Hey, what's up everyone? In today's video, I'll be going over the Holy Fire build, which is part 3 of my Auradin series. This build is strictly based around the Holy Fire aura, unlike the Tesla build, which is pure Holy Shock. There are slight differences between the two builds that I'll be going over here in a minute. I'll go over the stats, skills, and gear that I use with this build. And as always, I'll have the character files below in the description to where you can download it and add it to your single player roster for you to try for yourself. Before we begin, if you could please like this video and subscribe to help me grow, I would greatly appreciate it. So the Holy Fire build. The main differences between this and the Tesla build come down to a different skill max and a few different items being used. For the stats, it still remains the same as the hybrid and Tesla builds. You have enough strength to wear your gear. You have enough dex in it to have max blocking with Holy Shield. And all the rest of your points go into Vitality to pump up your life. For your skills, for the defensive auras, here's where the difference lies. Instead of maxing out resist lightning like you would for a Tesladin, you max out resist fire. This boosts up your holy fire damage, and then you max out salvation. These are both synergies for holy fire. And then as always, I still put 1 point into defiance just to give a synergy to holy shield and bump up my defense a little bit. For your offensive auras, you put 1 point in all the prerequisites leading up to conviction. Conviction, you just put enough points into it to hit level 25. Any points after that I consider a waste because the maximum negative resist all that you can get is 150, which is at level 25. So just look at the gear that you have that gives plus skills to it and keep that in mind when you're putting points into conviction. For combat skills, you want to max out Holy Shield for defense, and then you want to put at least 1 point into Zeal. That's going to be one of your main attacks besides your auras hitting. And then you want to put the remaining points into Sacrifice, which is a synergy for Zeal. For gear, for my weapon, I went with Hands of Justice. For my armor, I went with a Dragon armor. And for my shield, I went with Dragon. As you can see here, they all give you the Holy Fire aura. And when they're added together, they stack up to a level 44. You can always substitute Hands of Justice for Grief if you'd like. And you would still have a level 28 Holy Fire aura. For your helmet, there's a few different options you could try out here. You could try out a Flickering Flame rune word. It gives +3 to fire skills, negative to enemy fire resistances. And if your fire resistances are lacking, it gives you a resist fire aura, which is nice. Another helmet you could try out is a Crown of Ages with 2 fire facets in it. You'll be able to wear this helmet with strength requirements because Dragon gives strength and you're wearing a Dragon armor and a shield, so that should boost it up enough to have it. This gives you +1 to skills, some resistances, and damage reduction, which is nice. Another helmet that you could try out is a Shaco with a fire facet in it. It gives +2 to skills, some life, some mana, and some magic find. So these are some helmet options you could test out. For my boots, belt, gloves, rings, and amulet, it's still the same as the Tesla build. So I wear Drax to give life tap and some open wounds for Zeal. I wear a Ravenfrost on my one ring so I can't be frozen. I wear a Bull Kathos on the other. It gives plus a skill and some life leech, some life. For my belt, I wear Arachnids. It gives +1 to skills. For boots, Gore Riders for the Crushing Blow, Deadly Strike, Open Wounds. And for my amulet, I wear a Maras for resistance and plus skills. For the inventory, you want to get 9 Paladin Combat Grand Charms with as much life as you can get on them. You want to get a Paladin Torch. You want to get yourself an Annie. And you want to get yourself some resistance small charms for whatever you're lacking in. If you can't get +5 to all resistances, they do have charms with like +10 to lightning resistance, +10 to fire, etc. So whatever you are lacking, get that to get maximum resistances. And then if you can, get some life small charms or life resistance combination small charms. And as always on the Switch, I have a Calling to Arms. And if you want higher battle orders, you could wear a Spirit. If you want higher Holy Shield, you could wear a Herald of Zakaron. For mercenaries, there's so many different options you could go with here. I just went with an Act 2 Might Mercenary with a Pride for his weapon, so it gives concentration as well for higher damage. But there are so many options you could go with here. This is just what I decided to test out, and it works pretty well. So this is the Holy Fire build. It's fun, just like the Tesla build. There's different gear and mercenary combinations that you could try out, so feel free to comment below and share any gear recommendations or anything that you would like with this build. Again, thanks for watching. If you could, please like this video and subscribe to my channel to help me grow. I would greatly appreciate it. And as always, I'm going to end this video with a little bit of gameplay.